Slow, Programmers Guild, that's you again. Let's talk about guilds. Back in the day, in many an ancient civilization the world over, they had these things called guilds. Guilds were places where skilled craftsmen worked. But the important aspect of guilds, at least as far as Programmers Guild is concerned, is the way in which they pass their trade down. The apprentice model is what Programmers Guild is primarily interested in. What we want to see in Oakland is an organization that anyone in the community can visit, whether they need software, whether they want to build software. So if you're part of the next generation of software developers and you're looking to learn the trade and you don't want to go to college and you don't want to go to boot camps, this is for you. We train you on the job. So Programmers Guild, in a nutshell, is an actual guild. We are working software developers, but we do this with the mission of providing apprenticeship opportunities to the next generation. The end goal is to provide opportunities for the next generation to get on the job training. It is about making sure that folks who want to find a path to this career understand that they don't need to find that path through college. They don't need to shell out a couple grand for boot camps. They can go down to their local guild, ask questions, be curious, find mentors, talk to people who do this for a living and who can give them advice, give them counseling, give them training, provide workshops for them, give them apprenticeship opportunities when we need help with project. That's the guild. It's for this community. It's for the people who live here, who are interested in technology and want to pursue a career in it, but who are non-traditional candidates. These are folks like me. When I was younger, there was nowhere for me to learn it. That means folks who don't want to go to college or can't go to college. This might just be folks who are poor, for whom this hasn't been a realistic option for a variety of reasons, not least of all economic. This might be for the formerly incarcerated. Programmers Guild focuses mainly on workforce-related training. In other words, we're trying to prepare people to do this on the job. But we have youth programs because the future generations need to learn this too. And they need to be introduced to it in a way by people who are passionate about the craft. So we do have youth programs. They're usually seasonal. Things like summer programs, things like after school. We love to pass this craft on to the kids. Our excitement, our enthusiasm, we love to share that with the youth. But we do primarily work with adults. We're trying to get the current and next generations who are working age into the technology field. And how we do that is important. We want to do it in a healthy way. I dare say if you're black in tech, you've had an experience where it's a little bit alienating, and where what you perceived the industry to be about, which is building software, and a lot of nice people in the industry, that's exactly what they do. I don't want to say they don't. But by and large, it's driven by a lot of just companies, people who aren't in the game for the love of the game. They have their own reasons, no judgment here. But that's not why I got into tech. I just love doing this. I'm just curious about it. It's infinitely interesting to me. And that sort of community is not really built into tech culture writ large. You can find passionate communities, but they're usually offline communities, online communities, private communities, local communities. When we talk about the industry, we're talking about a completely different animal. And that can be alienating. So you might come from a certain experience where you want to help the next generation find a more well-rounded career path. All right, so Programmers Guild is located downtown, 2323 Broadway, Suite 101. We're inside of Oak Stop. If you know where the YMCA is, we're across the street from there. Next door to the infamous Drake's dealership, which has good food. Check them out if you haven't heard of them. But we're right inside. We're there Monday through Thursday. Some Fridays we're in there, and we welcome walk-ins. So if you're curious and you just want to learn more about the Guild, if you want to learn more about programming and coding and technology, we're here for you. We're your tech workshop. We're here for Oakland. So, see you soon.